Tiff back again with another Creative Flow project. So today I'm going to be making a tag with all of the fun bits and bobs that Erin sent over. So I'm just kind of playing with, I wanted to use those little sparkly gold bits. I think they're Phenobar product. Gold. I'm not real sure. We'll see if Erin can let us know what that little gold bag was. But I'm just kind of taking parts and pieces out, and I actually made this tag for a swap in a group that I'm in on Facebook, and my partner had on her favorites that she does not care for bright colors. Yes, she does not care for bright colors. So I was in a bit of a quandary. So she did say that she liked shabby chic / vintage. So I went with that look. So excuse me guys, I'm still healing from the whole strep throat deal I had. So I'm just taking parts and pieces out and kind of have no clue exactly what I'm going to do, but we'll figure it out as we go through the process. And I was looking through and I saw the little, it's like a little gold plated piece or something, and it says kindness on there, so I thought that would be cool. And then I took out a few buttons and trying to pieces and parts that we'll figure out how to make that work. And that's like an embossing thing that I thought about making the tag out of instead of using the actual tag. And I'm going to kind of play with this ice tray here. Has some of the Lindy Stamp Gang sprays, and also has some of the dilutions in there, and I just let them dry up, and then I can reactivate it with water whenever I want. And then so I'm just kind of getting a feel for this embossed thing, and I decide that I don't really, it's not that I don't like it. My curls are in the way. It's just that it's not really the right thing for this project, since I went directly in with color, and so I decided to actually change that, and I went in for the manila tag is what I'm gonna actually use. But you don't know if you're gonna like it or not gonna like it until you actually get the process going, right? So I'm gonna tinker. I love that word. I'm going to tinker a little bit with some of the washi tapes and some of the texture elements here. I'm just kind of creating some sort of depth and interest to the background. I love this washi tape, by the way. Erin, I'm going to need to know once I run out of this how I'm going to get more. So I have a feeling it may be like the Tim Holtz or something, but you leave us a comment below and let us know. Because that's some fun stuff. I like it. It's easy to work with. So I'm just using several random bits of the neutral. And if you don't have this particular kind, of course, you could just do masking tape, or you could collage down paper for this part of it. Of course, like most backgrounds, you're not going to be able to see a ton of it in the end, but it's a way to get a forward movement and you to get working on and slapping some stuff down. So, and then I was thinking about like, what am I going to do? How am I going to put this all together? So when in doubt, grab gesso. And that was my travel bottle of gesso that is in a spice container. And it was kind of hard to get my catalyst tool in there, but I managed. I hope everybody is having a fantastic Thursday. I'm going to try the gesso pretty good, and then I'm still kind of thinking about maybe using that doily. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with a product that I haven't used very often, even though I took advantage of one of Lindy's Stamp Gang sales that she had, and so I wanted to kind of, this reminds me of like coffee dyeing or tea dyeing, which I'm sure would work if you don't have any of this. And to be quite honest, I don't use a lot of browns in my work, so it's no surprise that I had never really used much of the sprays. But for this, to make it like a vintagey type effect, I thought it would be perfect. So, and it has kind of like a little bit of sparkle. And so I'm really wanting to use that flower because I think it looks kind of shabby chic. And I want to be able to use that on the tag. I'm just not exactly sure how it's going to work yet. And so I'm going in with some more of the Lindy Stamp Gang, and I wanted to add a little bit of color, so I thought. I don't think I ever actually used that. Probably not. And then I realized it was 2-ply, so I'm just kind of dabbing that around and working through some of the ideas as to how that would work. And then I thought maybe if I went in with some of the green, that would give it the extra little pop that it needed. But you'll see, I decided against it. It just really wasn't doing it for me. And that's part of it, right? So now I'm going to go in with these gold, whatever they are, things. And I'm putting down some gel medium because I'm not really sure how they're supposed to work. But I'm just going to try something, which is normal for me. I'm not big on reading the actual instructions, you know. I'm into the let's do it and see how it works stuff. So I'm just sprinkling some of that, it's like mica flakes, but I don't really think that's what it is. I don't know. But it's really pretty and it's shimmery and bling bling, baby. I love it. So I'm just kind of pressing it down so it gets into the gel medium, because as we know, gel medium actually dries clear, which means that you won't be able to see anything but the gold once it's completed. And then, I mean, can you really go wrong but to add some gold like flakes to it? So I'm grabbing the gold leaf. I'll have that link below if you guys want to try it. I think I got it on Amazon for about $6, but it really adds the extra sparkle and flair that you want to a piece. I've really enjoyed playing with that. So what I realized was I needed more gel medium, and it probably would be beneficial for those of you who are smart to grab some tweezers to get this stuff in and out of there, but you know, ain't nobody got time for that. So I just went with it, and it got stuck to my hand, but you know, it's alright. A little gold never hurt anybody. And so I'm just kind of playing with the placement of that. And what I found best is to take the gel medium, let the stuff dry, and then go back and kind of take the flecks off a little bit. So now I think I'm making some progress. I'm liking where that's going. And then I decided that I may want to add a little bit of something to the back there. And so that's what I did. And I'm just going to glue that down. And then I thought, well, I need to add this lace. Will give it some nice texture. And I can make that be part of the leaves. So I'm going to kind of incorporate that as like some of the leaf part. And just tear that off. And then I'll give it some, it's going to give a little bit of dimension and added texture to it. So here I'm just going in and kind of making those lacy leaves. That's funny, lacy leaves. I'm going to make them a little green because, I mean, leaves are green, right? So I just did the spray inks on those as well. And, excuse me, I'm going to go in with here the Lyra graphite, water-soluble graphite pencil, just because I want to make it look as, you know, it's not just a cut piece of paper. So going around the edges there and just kind of smudging and making some smears with the water soluble graphite. You don't have to use that. You could use really anything you wanted to that's kind of water soluble, but just to allow some kind of shadows and shades to go in there, and I think it made it look not like just a cutout piece. So I'm gonna dry it real quick. See how it looks. I still felt like it needed something else. So I'm going to go in and add some more gold foil, gold leaf, whatever you call it stuff, at the top there. Because with me putting the additional stuff, like the leaves and stuff, it kind of covered it up. So I'm going to go in and add some pieces of that. I had gold foil stuck all over me. It was kind of funny. And then just go back with your brush. It does work a little bit better if you let it dry. And then so I felt like it needed, because I love texture, right? So I wanted to take some black this is just like DMC floss, I think is what you call it, like embroidery thread, and you know, just take and pull it apart so it's not just one strand, and then now it's coming together. And I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Yay! So I'm going in with the gel medium to just kind of get this all stuck down together. And now I'm going in with the tissue paper, the printed tissue paper, and gluing that down, adding just a little bit of textural element and also something to make it kind of pop off the page. And I'm going in with those lace. So I don't know if y'all have been counting, but I used a lot of stuff. I think I counted like 9 things that I used out of her flow this week. So it was 8 or 9. Can't remember. So just kind of maneuvering that around. And I love the wild threads behind it. And I know it's funny and we're coming to the end, but I forgot that this was a sewn. It's supposed to be a sewn tag swap. So anyway, the one that Trudy actually got, at the very bottom of it, it actually has some sewn tea dyed or coffee dyed fabric. So it doesn't show it on this one, but the one I actually sent her was I just added some fabric at the bottom because I totally forgot it was supposed to be about sewing. I got so involved in the flow itself, and I just completely forgot about it. So I'm just adding some strings and then the little sentiment that has the little pop dot, I think, behind it, and gonna go around because I like the grungy look of it, and darkening those areas up and kind of making it darker and kind of weathered around the edges. So guys, thank you so much for joining me in this week's flow. Don't forget, hop on over to Erin's channel. Make sure you give her some love. She's a new channel, so heart this or thumbs up this, comment, click the subscribe button, and then get your buns over there and see what Erin made with the stuff that I sent with her. And I never actually did that little part at the bottom. Thanks guys for joining in. Until next time, toodaloo!